Hello, distinction students. Welcome to this religious education video where I am going to be answering a past paper question. And the past paper question that I'm going to be answering came from the 2024 internal paper, and it was on the topic temptation. So the question that I'm going to be answering was 3C1, and it read, give 3 ways in which temptations come to people, 6 marks. Meaning each way you write will carry 2 marks, each correct way. Okay, so distinction students, we know that temptation is the desire to do wrong or to sin. So, in what ways does temptation come to people? Okay, so we know it comes in various ways, but you just give 3 ways as asked in the question. So how do you answer that question, highly esteemed learners? Okay, so temptation comes to people through their senses. We know a normal human being has 5 senses, which is sight, hearing, taste, seeing, and touch. Okay, and temptation can come through any of those senses, but I'm sure we must be wondering, how can temptation come to one via their senses? So let me give an example of sight, okay? So if we have someone who has vowed never to eat sugary things, let's say maybe they're on a diet. They've vowed not to eat cakes, not to eat these junky foods, okay? And then they pass past the bakery and see some delicious cookies, okay? So it is through the sense of sight that they'll be tempted, they'll have that desire to start craving for those cookies which they vowed never to eat, okay? And sight is a very dangerous sense which causes most people into temptation, to fall into temptations, distinction students. All right, and then the second point or second way that you can give is through the pride of position. Okay, so we know most of the times when people are praised, they have a position, let's say in a company, and they are praised, okay, so they'll start feeling very important over a period of time, and pride takes in, okay, or takes over, where they start thinking that they are now above the rules, they can do whatever they want because they are the boss, no one will question them. Okay, so they'll be tempted to start, let's say maybe misusing the company's funds. And then the third one that you can give distinction students is poverty. Okay, so the state of being poor is really bad because it leads people into temptations. How? Okay, so it might lead one into stealing, okay, or complaining because of their hardship, because of hunger. Okay, we know that inshallah, it will lead people into temptations. All right, so distinction students, and that is how you get the 6 marks. All right, so distinction students, just a reminder, registration for online classes is on. Make sure you register for our e-online classes, which are just 70 kwacha, quite affordable, and they will cater for your different schedules. And this is the registration process. Okay, so make sure you follow those steps for that distinction in religious education. This has been Miss Namukonda, the religious education tutor at Knowledge World Academy. Looking forward to having you on board.